Hi, I'm Olivia Patchell. I'm the Family and Consumer Science Extension Agent for Currituck and Camden counties. And I'm here today with our program assistant in Currituck County, Sheila Gregory. She is helping us with our packing smart lunches. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about packing smart lunches, why it's important, and then she's going to go into a simple lunch recipe that you can recreate at home. So often we think skipping meals will actually help us maintain or lose weight because we are decreasing in calories. And often we don't think it's important to pack lunch. Maybe other things get in the way. We have an early meeting, we have to get the kids on the school bus. We really didn't have time. Something that happens with me a lot is we forget and leave our lunch at home. Well, instead of eating lunch often, or if we skip lunch, instead of reducing the amount of calories we take in, we often expand the amount of calories we take in because we have to get that unhealthy snack or we're rushing to a convenience store or a vending machine. So skipping meals is not a great strategy. A lot of times people who eat fewer times throughout the day are heavier than those who eat regular times throughout the day. So those who eat at regular intervals, so skipping meals, basically what that's going to do is either cause you to binge later, or it's going to put your body into a kind of starvation mode where you will then store any fat that comes in because your body's just not sure when the next meal will come. Your body really enjoys that nice regular schedule. So if we want to make sure that we're telling our bodies we eat every so many hours. So don't worry, you'll be getting some more food. You can expend this energy appropriately. So those who skip meals actually end up burning fewer calories than those who don't skip meals. And avoiding skipping meals is actually going to help us maintain or lose weight. So when you think about lunch and snacks, it's often important that we work on a plan. Planning for healthy lunches and planning for healthy snacks. It's good to think about our lunchbox as kind of a survival kit for our lunches or for our weight loss goals. So we'll pack our snacks, anything that we might need, anything that you think you might need to get that craving. And at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we think of some healthy snacks that we can add in there. We'll pack our lunch as well. And what we're looking for here are some lower calorie options. And we're going to actually do a lower calorie meal that you can replicate several meals throughout the week, and a couple of ways you can even use leftovers. And also a great idea is to plan out your snacks for the week, not just your lunches. So if you're planning out snacks, maybe go to the store buying fruit cups that are have low sugar, or get fresh fruit available at your local farmers market right now, if those are open, or at the supermarket. And then to remember to have that water bottle full of water available for you to drink, so you can skip those higher calorie sugary beverages. And those are just empty calories. We're getting no nutrients from those. We're just getting calories and sugar. So maybe you get that nice sugar high, but again, then you'll probably go down have a crash later in the day and have to eat again. Some ideas for snacks too could be the dried rice cakes. Those are really good if you get the seasoned ones, or if you maybe put some peanut butter on them. When you're thinking about snacks too, think about things that'll fill you up, maybe some nuts, some seeds. You'll need just the size of the palm of your hand. It should be a great serving for your snacks. You can also try some baked chips, anything that sounds good to you, and anything that you're going to eat, that's something that's going to be a little bit more enticing than whatever is in that vending machine. And again, for lunch, we want to try to get things that fall within at least the 3 or 4 food groups. Your protein, your veggies and your fruit, as well as your grains and whole grains when possible. So those are just some keys to packing your lunches and packing your snacks. And a reminder that we plan for this. So maybe you plan the night ahead. I like to even plan sometimes the week ahead, because it's not, I don't always know how my nights are going to go. I have children at home, so they may go smoothly or they may not go smoothly. And not only do I have my lunch to pack, but I have everyone else's. So if I have mine out of the way and in the refrigerator, then I don't have to worry about anyone else's. Then you could bring all of those lunches to work on Monday and not have to worry about lunch for the rest of the week. Also, check your calendar, see when you have lunchtime meetings, see when you're going to be out of the office for lunch, so that you know to when you can schedule those days when you don't have to plan for lunch, or if you want to make sure that you're not eating out or eating something quick and on the go, that you have something that you can take in the car with you. A little bit harder to eat what we're planning for today for lunch in the car. So let's go hop over to Sheila and let's see what she's doing in the kitchen. So today we're going to be working through a delicious lunch bowl. Sheila has on her pan right now sweet potatoes, corn, chickpeas, and she's adding a little bit of shallots for flavor. This pan has a little bit of oil on it. We're going to add some tomatoes as well. Everything is diced up about the size of a fork so that you can eat it easily. And then we're also adding some red peppers. And I think I said those in the opposite order, but those are all on there. Then we're going to cover everything with just a tiny little bit of oil and then add our seasonings, tossing and then adding our seasonings. So today the seasoning that we're adding is just a Mexican seasoning for a Southwestern flavor bowl. If you want to add salt and pepper and rosemary, that's great. Maybe these are vegetables that you ate for dinner the night before. You can always add that to this. You can use any vegetables here. So I don't really have a recipe for you guys today. What we're doing is we're roasting these vegetables at 425 for about 15 to 20 minutes because they're kind of bite-sized pieces. They'll cook pretty quickly. Want to make sure that we're not overcooking the vegetables or burning them. And so while those are cooking, we are going to, so that's our vegetables. We're going to cook our quinoa. We've got some dried quinoa that we'll cook at, or we'll cook according to the package directions. And that takes about 15 to 20 minutes. And then once the vegetables come out, we'll go ahead and we'll make our bowl. So quinoa can also be replaced for a brown rice or any grain that you would like. We've taken some lettuce and made a bed of lettuce at the bottom of our bowl. And we're going to take our cooked quinoa and place that on top of the lettuce. And of course, we're using escarole. Spinach works out really well with this dish. Iceberg lettuce if you have it, whatever you have on hand. And then we're just going to top that with some roasted vegetables and our chickpeas. So for protein today, we're using chickpeas, but of course you could also utilize some grilled chicken if that's something that you had on hand or that maybe you've eaten at another meal. We have our delicious red peppers and sweet potatoes. The shallots give it a great little flavor, as well as the roasted tomatoes. So you have all of this in your dish. Of course, you can toss it however you'd like. This fits great in a to-go container. I don't typically eat this warm, but if you want it warmed, just remember to keep the lettuce out and add it later after you've warmed up your dish. And then we'll top our dish with some non-fat Greek yogurt. And I also have some low-fat Mexican cheese. So we're using non-fat Greek yogurt in substitute for sour cream. Of course, you can use sour cream if you'd like, and then just a little cheese for flavoring and to add some additional protein along with that Greek yogurt. So this delicious dish took about 30 minutes to prepare, and we have enough for several meals, and it is all ready to go. And of course, it's a very versatile dish. So I just want to discuss with you guys a little bit more about fixing or preparing healthy meals and preparing healthy lunches. So this was a great, quick and easy way to make a delicious lunch bowl. If you are short on time, you can always prepare these ahead of time. You can use your leftovers. So I would encourage you to set yourself a little goal this month, as we are moving into probably a pretty busy season for everyone as we move kids from place to place and summer begins. So here are some ideas for some goals you can set for your lunches. Maybe this month you'll work to pack more lunches this week than you did last week. So each week, maybe packing a few more lunches. Maybe you create a snack bag to keep at your office. So you maybe can keep that in your break room, in the refrigerator if necessary, or in your locker at work. Maybe your goal should be to pack your lunch the night before or work on lunch the Sunday before. Maybe your goal is to include more whole grains, protein, and fruit and vegetable in your lunches. Or maybe your goal is to move away from your desk and eat lunch, a dedicated lunch, at a space that's separate from where you're doing your work. So it's very important that we don't skip this meal. It may not seem like a very important meal, and it may seem like working through lunch is the better thing to do, but I can promise you that you'll be less productive later in the afternoon than if you would just take the time to have your lunch in the middle of the day, noon, 1 o'clock, whenever your lunch is, and that you would take that moment for yourself to quietly, mindfully eat your lunch and enjoy your food. So I hope that these tips for packing smart lunches will help you be successful moving forward through the month of May. And we look forward to seeing you again next month. Again, the first Tuesday of every month at 10 o'clock. Thank you.